Buenas noches. Vamos a esperar unos 5 minutitos para dar chance a ver si entran alguno de los chicos, ¿sí? Por favor.
Claro que sí, profe. Esperemos
Vale,
los 5
muchas
minutos.
gracias.
Con gusto, profe. Muy buenas noches a todos. Les doy la cordial bienvenida a la clase de Pedagogía para compartirles los parámetros de las secciones por videoconferencia. Las secciones se graban, pueden verlas nuevamente en la plataforma virtual. Les solicitamos que por favor silencien sus micrófonos y puedan activarlos cuando quieran hacer consultas o aportes con el permiso del docente. Le pedimos que mantengan su cámara activa. De no poder hacerlo, enviar su excusa por el chat de Zoom. De lo contrario, será retirado la sección y le serán restados puntos en la valoración del docente. Mi rol como moderador es facilitar y apoyar en la parte técnica. Consultas por el chat personal o general. Les exhorto a tener bolígrafo y papel para hacer sus anotaciones y aprovechar al máximo esta sección que tiene una oración de 1 hora. Bienvenidos.
Muchas gracias. Hey guys, good evening. It's nice to have you here.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Hello, Melissa.
Hi, teacher.
How are you? Hi, Manuel.
Hi.
How is it?
Teacher, I can use my camera. My camera. How do you
Uh-huh.
say?
Yes, your camera. You can
Because
use your camera.
it's damaged. I don't know. My computer is no sé, se está portando mal, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. Sometimes, I mean, it depends. Usually it's not really comfortable, but some people use their cell phones and they turn off the microphone only to use the camera, but don't worry about it. You just mentioned that you have an issue with your camera, okay? It's nice to have you here, guys. Last week, I couldn't make it to have the class with you. I had something to do, and I'm so sorry. I apologize that I couldn't be here with you. How was your class? How was your class last week?
Fine. Teacher Bernard was the one that was teaching us that day.
Did you miss me?
I don't know, teacher.
I was absent, teacher.
Oh, you were absent?
Yes.
But you told me that what happened?
Por eso, porque me conecté pensando que usted iba a dar la clase.
Okay, so when you didn't see me,
Cuando no la vi, me desconecté.
Oh my goodness, so you really missed me.
Yes.
That's nice. That's
yes,
nice.
teacher.
I really appreciate it. I'm just kidding. I know that he's a really good teacher, okay? So today we are going to start our next model, the model number 2, that is about intelligence and multiple intelligences. This is a very interesting topic. Sweeties, hello, welcome.
Teacher, I have a question. This class is for 1 hour?
Yes, it's 1 hour our class, and it's different as the one that we used to have before, because it's just 1 hour and we will only have 8 sessions, not 10 as usual.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
the model number 2 and the model number 4 will only last 1 class. So today we are going to start working with model number 2, and that will be all. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
Okay, great. Now, I'm going to share with you my screen. Probably we won't have time to watch the videos. What I try in these sessions is just to talk to you, share the most important information. We can also share our experiences, okay? And that's it. You can watch at home the videos, because usually we don't have time for more than sharing the PowerPoint or talking about our experiences. So I think it's possible to ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Elon Musk. Okay, so our instructions are very clear as in every class. It's important to follow instructions. This simple step will help you achieve success in your learning. The first thing you should do is locate yourself in a comfortable place with enough light and without distractions. So turn off the TV and cell phone if necessary. Read the objective carefully. They will help you understand what you want to learn. To make it easier for you to learn the subject, the document is divided into 5-part scope models. So please do not skip tasks and complete each one of them in the given order. Now, introduction. Intelligence is a most complex practical property of mind, integrating numerous mental abilities such as the capacities to reason, solve problems, think abstractly, comprehend ideas and language, and learn, okay? So this is what involves in the concept of intelligence, okay? It's something that is related with our mind, and it's how capable are you to reason, to solve problems, to think. Now, according to the type of intelligence that you have, every individual have a specific type of intelligence. According to that, you are able to maybe master a specific area. Some students are really good at sports, and some others are good at music. So it will depend on which area of the intelligence you work with, okay? Intelligence and multiple intelligences. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. What does it refer to? The study of intelligence within psychology generally regard this trait as distinct from creativity or personality. However, the definition of intelligence has been and continues to be subject to debate. I mean, talking about our brain and about intelligence is not something really easy to talk about it, right? Because our brain is so complex that most of the time it's really hard to understand how our brain works. Some claim a unitary attribute, often called general intelligence, which can be measured using standard IQ test. Now, question for you. Have you ever listened about this IQ test? What is the IQ test?
It's a test that it is supposed to tell us about how smart a person is.
Exactly, but listen, now let's think about that. It's just what you mentioned, Manuel. The IQ test is a test that it's used to measure, okay, to classify how intelligent a person is. But now, you cannot measure the intelligence of somebody according to specific areas. In the past, students that were good at math, at science, and Spanish, in our case that we are Panamanians at Spanish, they were like really smart students, right? But if you were good in art, in PEH, physical education, in PE, or music, I mean, that's something that nobody cares. That's like nothing. I'm telling you the truth, because that's the way that people and the teachers used to see students that are good at numbers, in science, in Spanish, maybe social studies too, they are smart. But if you were good in music, physical education, art, technology, you were not smart. Okay, you were not smart. And that is not correct, because there are many other areas that needs to be measured in order to prove that somebody is really smart. But how can you measure, for example, the naturalistic intelligence. How can you measure the kinesthetic intelligence? I mean, there are many type of intelligence that are hard to be measured. Israel, hello, welcome, nice to see you. Okay, so with this IQ test, it was something like really general and a test that didn't involve all the areas. So for many people, this test is not really a test that can measure how smart a person is. Okay, are we clear up to this point? ¿Estamos claros hasta este punto? ¿Estamos de acuerdo? ¿Qué piensan ustedes? ¿O ustedes piensan que el IQ test es suficiente para medir la inteligencia de una persona?
No, teacher, it isn't.
It isn't, right? I mean, I don't consider that the IQ test is enough. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's not good, but I'm going to say that it's not enough to measure somebody's intelligence, okay? Now, and which correlates with a person's abilities and a wide range of tasks and contexts. Others have argued that there are multiple intelligences with different people displaying different levels of each type. Different concepts. General intelligence. A very general mental capability that, among other things, involve the ability to reason, plan, solve problems, think abstractly, comprehend complex ideas, learn quickly, and learn from experience. This is what is known as general intelligence, okay? So somebody that can analyze, can comprehend, can solve problems, just have a general intelligence, okay? Now, psychometric intelligence. Despite the variety of concepts of intelligence, the most influential approach to understanding intelligence is based on psychometric testing, okay? So it's more specific. It's when you are you are proof or measuring the intelligence of somebody else in a specific area. It's not just general, okay? So it's more specific. Studies of intelligence and abilities. Most experts accept the concept of a single dominant factor of intelligence, general mental ability, or while others argue that intelligence consists of a set of relatively independent abilities. The evidence comes from factors, analysis of tests of cognitive abilities. So we need to check that to be intelligent is not only about one area, one thing. It's about different abilities that people have, okay? We all have abilities. That's why I tell my students, don't use the term that I'm bad at numbers. I'm not good at science. It's not like that. It's not that you are not good at something. It's a matter of difficulties. This is difficult for me. This is hard for me, but it's not that I'm bad at this area, okay? And I always use, as an example, my daughter, because I'm really opposite. I'm really opposite than her. I'm good at languages, at numbers, at science, at Spanish. I mean, I love science. In my other life, I was a doctor or nurse or something like that, okay? But this is my reality. Now, my daughter, she's good at music, art. She loves to paint, draw, dance, sports. That's her thing. But she has really hard time with numbers, especially with numbers. She really has hard time memorizing things. I'm very good at memory. And I also have photographic memory. But for her, it's really difficult. What I try to teach her is that she doesn't have to tell that she is bad at math, I tell her, you are good. You just need to push harder. I mean, you just need to push harder. This is difficult for everybody. There are something that will be difficult. In your case, Israel, if you have to choose one subject or one area that you consider that is difficult for you, what it will be? Which area?
In other fields, contable, accountant.
Accounting. For you, accounting is difficult.
Accounting. But I need I know in others areas, example technology. I like technology.
And you are good at technology.
Yes, I don't study technology, for example, techniques in computers, specialized in computer, I don't know, because I study English, but
Okay.
naturally, I like it, technology, okay? At the present time, and the support and college in my school, and technology, okay?
Wow.
Yes, exactly, this is ability, according to the years, I'm yes, I know something that technology I like.
Okay. That is an ability that maybe you were born with, okay? Posiblemente tú naciste con esa habilidad, and with the pass of the year, you have been developing that area, right? So, I mean, that's interesting. I like that. Some people have this unique ability and they didn't study technology or they didn't study a specific area, but they are good at that area. That is an ability, okay? So that's interesting. Now, Manuel, what is an area that you consider that is hard for you?
Math.
Really? So numbers
Yes.
are difficult for you.
Yes.
And what about chemistry and physics?
The same thing.
Okay, everything that
I'm not good
involves
at
numbers, everything that involves numbers and this scientific part is not your thing. Okay, got you. What about music, art, and which area do you think that you are really good at?
I can only think of languages.
Okay, languages, interesting. Now, do you know in which area of your brain is the languages located, that intelligence? That is linguistic intelligence, because it's about any language, okay? You don't know?
No.
No, okay, it's in the on the left side of your brain, okay? You know that we have right hemisphere and left hemisphere. Well, is in the left part of your brain. Okay, now, Melissa, what about you? What is an area that you consider that it's difficult for you? It's hard for you?
In math and science.
Okay. Math and science.
Teacher,
Yes.
I have a question. Can we have more than one intelligence?
Of course we can. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, there are some people that believe that if you work with the left part of your brain, maybe, okay, we will have, in most of the cases, a dominant hemisphere, okay? Algunas veces va a ser el hemisferio izquierdo que domina sobre el derecho o viceversa. But some people works with both part of the brain same. In my case, I'm really good at sports, I'm telling you. I was the captain at the soccer team. I play volleyball, I play soccer. I used to play baseball too. I mean, I like to do sports. I was good at music. I sing. I had a very good ear for music. I love to paint. I was really good at painting and drawing. So I consider myself as a person that works with both hemispheres. But it's not like I'm really super good at chemistry or super the best at math. I consider myself as good at math, science, chemistry. That was my favorite subject. English. I mean, I like everything. The only subject that I really don't like, that I really didn't like, I'm sorry, was physics. I didn't like physics. No. That was not my thing. I didn't like physics. But
Me too, teacher.
you too. I really didn't like physics, but I was really good at the other subjects. El profesor de educación física le decía a mi papá, tú tienes una hija que es muy inteligente. Y ella sí es una inteligente de verdad. Le decía, no un ratón de biblioteca. Y mi papá se quedó una vuelta así, ratón de biblioteca. Dice, sí, porque usualmente los inteligentes son los que son buenos en matemática, física, química, esa materia. Pero ponles un balón al frente, no saben patear una pelota, no saben hacer gimnasia, no son buenos en música, no son buenos en artística, nada de eso. Y esa es la corriente en general. Pero él le decía a mi papá, pero tu hija no, tu hija puede que no sea la más sobresaliente en todas las materias, pero es buena en todas las materias. Porque hay estudiantes que son muy sobresalientes en una cosa. Yo no era así, yo no era sobresaliente en una cosa, yo era buena en todas. O sea, yo siempre fui cuadro honor, pero yo no era muy sobresaliente solamente en inglés, esa era mi fuerte. En inglés siempre sí fui que la más sobresaliente, pero en las demás materias yo era buena, pero no era la más sobresaliente. Entonces, allí existe eso de que no es que una parte de mi cerebro siento yo que domine más sobre la otra. Yo creo que yo funciono, ambos hemisferios funcionan casi a la par. Hay otras personas, lo más común es que una parte del hemisferio predomine sobre la otra. Y, of course, como dijo Melissa, you can have more than one intelligence. You can have more than one. That's true.
Teacher,
Yes.
por ejemplo, caso mío también, por ejemplo, español, la asignatura de español, I don't like. Pero sí, pero grammar, I like it. Entonces, si lo podemos verlo de un cosa como un análisis, español viene siendo gramática. En inglés, porque en gramática damos todo lo que aparte de lo que se da en español.
Exactly.
No sé, pero en español, así esto es para español, para mí, I don't like.
Pero
¿Sí?
dime algo, ¿no te gustaba y eras malo o no te gustaba?
Mal,
Te iba mal, tenías notas malas.
Arrastrado iba arrastrado. Pero,
Because, let me tell you something. In my case, I didn't like Spanish. I hate that subject. I'm telling you guys, I hate Spanish. But I was really good at Spanish. Y eso me molestaba más, que yo era muy buena en español. Yo decía, en serio, esta materia ni me gusta. Y era buena, yo entendía muy bien todo lo que era el sintagma cuando dábamos español, y creo que ahora lo puedo ver porque entonces ahora lo pongo en práctica en inglés. Obviamente, como fui buena en español, no se me hace tan difícil en inglés. Pero hay personas, mira, es interesante lo que tú me dices, no te gustaba español, no ibas muy bien en español, ibas arrastrando, pero te gusta grammar en inglés. Mira tú qué interesante. Es lo opuesto entonces. Okay, Sueidis, what about you? What was the subject that was most difficult for you?
Hello, I don't like numbers.
No numbers here. Aquí no hay ninguno le va los números. Okay, and which subject do you think that, or which area do you think that you are really good at?
When I am good in sports, I play volleyball, basketball, track, all that.
So you have the kinesthetic intelligence, okay? Interesting, sí, porque la inteligencia que se enfoca en la parte kinestética, mira que aquí apenas se ve, dice bodily kinesthetic, ¿ok? Es la parte de qué tan inteligente es tu cuerpo para hacer cualquier tipo de deportes, involucra muchas cosas, la parte del equilibrio, todo eso. Mira, yo veo que es tan fácil hacer un voleo y hay gente que tiene como 2 manos izquierdas, o sea, la pelota le cae y se les va. Y no saben recibir, no saben sacar, y tú dices, pero sí, no es que esto no es tan difícil. Y de verdad, I mean, they are having a hard time. It's not that they are joking, it's true. Because, I mean, that is not their thing. Their brain has not that ability developed, okay? So it's interesting to share so we can know how each one of you works and how your brain works, okay? Now, let's continue. Expositors of this theory, okay? We have some expositors, most of them are psychologists that they have been studying this topic about the multiple intelligences, okay? The first one is Robert Sternberg. This Yale psychologist has proposed a triarchy theory of intelligence, proposes that there are 3 distinct types of intelligence: practical, distinctive, and analytical. We have also Howard Gardner. This is the one that proposed the theory about the multiple intelligences, okay? He breaks intelligence down into at least 8 different components. Logical, the logical is also known as the logical mathematica, okay? Esta es la lógica matemática, es esta. Linguistic, lo que te decía Manuel, es la parte que enfoca todo lo que son idiomas, okay? Spatial, musical, kinesthetic, naturalistic, intrapersonal, and interpersonal intelligences. This was at the beginning, okay? He breaks down the different intelligences. We also have Daniel Goleman. He have developed the concept of emotional intelligence and claim it is at least as important as more traditional sorts of intelligence. So this is new. Have you ever listened this term emotional intelligence? No? Really? No?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Melissa, what is emotional intelligence?
No sé cómo decirlo en inglés.
A ver, español, no importa. Share
Okay. Es la manera como uno maneja sus emociones ante determinadas situaciones. ¿Cómo reacciona la persona ante determinadas situaciones? Tipo, por ejemplo, cuando vamos en un tranque y alguien se mete por delante, algunos reaccionan gritando, otras, hay personas que se agarran hasta a golpes. Hay otros que, bueno, por lo menos a mí, digamos, me molesta, pero normal, pues no pasa nada de que me ponga a gritar o que baje la ventana para insultar, pues normal, pues. Entonces es este tipo de inteligencia con el que aprendemos a manejar nuestras emociones, es la inteligencia emocional.
That's right. Yo peleo adentro del carro porque después me pegan y como soy grande,
Yes,
yo dije que estoy adentro del carro conmigo sola. Y mirar a los demás porque después me tiran un bate o algo, pero no. That's right.
I told me, paciencia, Melissa, paciencia.
Talk to yourself. Oh my goodness. No, that's right. Everything that Melissa mentioned is correct. Now, emotional intelligence is that ability, and I consider that this is one of the most type or kind of intelligences, and many people, they don't have this intelligence. Now, what I consider that you can work in that intelligence. You can develop that intelligence. Probably it's not something that you were born with, but you can work to have this kind of emotional intelligence. When I was working as a flight attendant, when I was during my first years working at Copa, they has this academy where they gave us different courses and training, okay? And one of the trainings that I received was a seminar about emotional intelligence, and for me was one of the most interesting and valuable seminars that I took. Because, for example, in my case, when I was working as a flight attendant, some people lose the flight and it was it wasn't their fault, okay? And some people, maybe they were going from Panama to Chicago, for example, and the flight arrived late in Panama. So they had a delay flying to Chicago. Or some people has to spend a night in a country that was not the country that was the final destination for them. And they lose another flight, or they lose the hotel or the shuttle that was going to pick them at the airport. So what will happen? They are going to be mad at you because you are Copa Airlines. Just because you are wearing the uniform, you are Copa Airlines. So they are going to be mad at you. Y si yo me lo tomo personal, yo me voy a poner a pelear con cualquier pasajero, ¿verdad? Yo le decía, oiga, pero si no es mi culpa, yo no tengo la culpa. Pero ahí es donde se trata de manejar la inteligencia emocional. Simplemente escuchar al pasajero. La inteligencia emocional va muy conectada con la palabra empathy. You have to put yourself in the other person, ¿ok? Ponte en el zapato del otro. Trata de entender todo lo que él pasó, ¿ok? Listen to them. You need to understand that you represent the company, so they will be mad at you. Es como cualquier pelea de amigos o de parejas. Se necesita decirle 4 cosas a la persona para que tú te quedes tranquilo. O sea, cuando ya tú lo dices, como que, ok, ya lo dije. Entonces, a veces el cliente es así, necesita decirlo. Y bueno, te toca recibirlo. ¿Y qué te toca hacer? No tomar nada personal. Eso es inteligencia emocional. When you don't take anything personally, because they are not blaming at you. They are blaming at the company, okay? So you need to think about it. Now, how can we put this in the education field? Well, you will have some parents that they will be discouraged because of the methodology that you use, because of the test that the student failed, and they will be mad at you. What you have to do, just relax, just listen to them. And that's why it's really important to have your notes, okay? Try to get notes of everything that happens in your classroom with any student, okay? Because sometimes we think that this was nothing really important, but at the end, maybe it will be something really big. So if you are the kind of teacher that you take notes of everything that happened in your classroom, when a parent comes to your classroom to ask you to something, or maybe they are mad at you because a situation that happened, you have your record, okay? You know what really happened. So try to do that. But remember that as a teacher, you need to have this kind of intelligence, emotional intelligence, okay? And remember that this is linked with the empathy.
Teacher, but
Yes.
is emotional intelligence part of the multiple intelligence?
No, it's not part. Okay, remember that the multiple intelligence was proposed for Howard Gardner, okay? Él fue el que propuso inteligencias múltiples. Sin embargo, existió otro psicólogo, Daniel Goleman, que él propuso esta inteligencia y es una de las más nuevas.
Es un tema separado de las inteligencias múltiples.
Exactamente, él propone y desarrolló, él fue el que desarrolló este concepto de la inteligencia emocional. Y él propone como que es una de las últimas y una de las más importantes que debe existir. ¿Sí? Pero no está dentro de las que forman parte de las inteligencias múltiples que desarrolló Howard Gardner.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Now here you can see we have naturalistic, the linguistic. Naturalistic, people that love animals, plants, and nature and understand natural world, which are some of the professionals that have this intelligence developed biologists. Linguistic, excels in words.
No estoy en naturalistic, teacher.
No, that's what you're saying. Okay, now, the linguistic is about words, languages, poetry, literature. So, could be poets or writers. Here, I can say also teachers, okay? But like English teachers, Japanese teachers, French teachers, okay? Any teacher that teach anything related with languages. Then we have the visual spatial. It's about shapes, designs, graphics, and visualization. And if you like this intelligence or you develop these abilities, you can be a designer or an engineer. Then we have the kinesthetic. Performing sports, lo que decíamos de Swedish, physical activities and body movements. Actors and athletes, okay? Can be some professionals that have this kind of intelligence developed. Then we have the musical intelligence. So this is performing and composing musical pieces. So it can be any singer or composer or any musician too, okay? Then we have the logical. Logical, remember that is linked with math, okay? It excels in mathematics and logical thinking. It's not only about numbers, but it's also about the logical part. This is really, really important. So you can be a banker or accountants if you have this.
Teacher, in my case, I don't like the science subject, but I'm really good in accounting and todo lo que es finanzas es easy para mí.
Okay, it's easy for you, but maybe you have this intelligence or this ability developed, but remember that it's divided. Acuérdate que se divide. Entonces, una parte, no necesariamente el que es bueno en la inteligencia lógica matemática es que yo voy a ser bueno en álgebra, en el binomio cuadrado perfecto. No, me explico. Porque mira que también se enfoca en la parte de contabilidad, los contadores, banqueros. Entonces, puede ser que tú eres, como tú mencionas, contabilidad no es lo mismo que ser bueno en lo que acabo de decir, en ser un profesor de matemática. La contabilidad es algo aparte, pero tiene que ver con números, ¿sí? Entonces puede ser que tú tengas esa inteligencia, pero no enfocado en lo que es matemática como tal, álgebra como tal, sino en otra.
Yes, teacher.
¿Okay?
Yes.
Entonces sí, y la parte lógica, ¿ok? Now we have the intrapersonal intelligence. It's the ability to understand one's inner feelings and have self-realization. So you can be a philosopher. What is intrapersonal? When you listen intrapersonal. Intrapersonal. Okay, you can be clergy too. Philosopher or clergy. And remember, it's a person that has the ability to understand one's inner feeling. Ustedes han escuchado a personas que dicen que ni yo misma me entiendo. Personas que no saben ni dónde están parados, ni cuáles son sus emociones, ni sus sentimientos, y que andan por la vida pidiendo consejos a todo el mundo porque ellos no pueden con su vida.
Teacher, aquí entrarían de los psicólogos. Interpersonal.
Could be psychologists, could be. Puede ser que sí entren allí los psicólogos también, pero recordemos algo, que el psicólogo, más que estudiar la parte de la persona como tal, ellos se enfocan más en la mente, en el estudio de la mente, ¿sí? Pero puede ser que sí en esa área tenga algo que ver, ¿sí? Pero esto más se enfoca en lo que es el tú mismo. Tú puedes tener intrapersonal intelligence, pero mira lo que dices, entenderte a ti mismo, entender tus emociones, ¿sí? Entonces, usualmente cuando tú tienes esa habilidad desarrollada, te vuelves un filósofo. Acuérdate que el filósofo no anda entendiendo a los demás, sino anda filosofando la vida. Él no anda tratando de la mente.
What is clergy?
El clero, la iglesia.
Okay.
Un sacerdote o algo así, ¿verdad? Tiene que ver con eso, ¿sí?
Okay.
And then we have, the last one is the interpersonal. The interpersonal intelligence is the ability to organize people, group activities, and social relation. So intra is about yourself, your inner you. In the interpersonal, it's more the relationship with you with others, okay? The relationship in a group. So you can be a leader or social worker, okay? Un trabajador social. Me muteé, lo cierro, lo siento. Other possible intelligences. There is the spiritual intelligence. I mean, these are other intelligence, okay? Beside the 8 intelligence that were proposed for Gardner. And these are new, okay? Estas son nuevas. Él propuso inicialmente las 8, ok, pero han habido otras más que han sido propuestas por él. El cerebro de nosotros es tan complejo y tan difícil de entender que cada vez que siguen estudiando más se dan cuenta que existen otras y otras y otras, y se van a dar cuenta. Spiritual intelligence. Gardner excluded spiritual intelligence due to its failure to meet a number of his criteria. This is really difficult to be measured, but there are some people that believe that we can have spiritual intelligence. Existential intelligence. It meets most of the criteria with the exceptions of identifiable areas of the brain that specialize for this faculty, okay? These are new, okay? And it's really difficult to prove how this or measure this type of intelligence. ¿Cómo tú puedes medir este tipo de inteligencia, la inteligencia espiritual o la inteligencia existencial? Hoy en día los jóvenes sufren de crisis existenciales. Entonces, ¿cómo tú mides esta inteligencia? Es como que muy difícil, ¿ok? De poder medir. Entonces, se han mencionado, más se considera como que muy difíciles de poder llegar a medirlas o de en realidad tener un criterio para poder saber cómo en realidad funcionan. Moral intelligence. Moral capacities were excluded because they are normative rather than descriptive. I mean, todo lo que tiene que ver con la moral, con lo espiritual, con lo existencial, es difícil de ser medido porque caen en algo abstract, ¿ok? Caen en lo abstracto. Entonces, lo abstracto no se puede medir. ¿Me explico? Entonces, es difícil de poder medir este tipo de inteligencia que sean propuestos, ¿ok? Miren que allí lo dice, possible intelligences. You have to watch this video at home, ¿ok? Ustedes van a mirar este video en casa después. 9 types of intelligence. Okay, any questions so far? No? Okay. Mention the other possible intelligences. Vamos a ver cuántos Doris hay aquí, porque los acabamos de ver.
Spiritual.
Excellent.
Moral intelligence.
Moral, excellent.
Exceptional intelligence.
Existential. Ajá.
Existential, sorry.
Excellent. Existential intelligence. Okay, nice. Mention some important expositors.
Gardner.
Howard Gardner.
Ajá.
Daniel Goleman.
Ajá. Excelente. Ajá, ya vemos quién es de Doris aquí, porque se estaba riendo, solito se reía. No vamos a mencionar quién, no vamos a mencionar nombre. Robert Sternberg, Howard Gardner, and Daniel Goleman, okay? Excellent. Okay, now educational learning theories and how to apply them. Teachers can open the door, but you must enter it yourself. This is a Chinese proverb. What are the learning theories? Learning theories. There are 5 primary educational learning theories: behaviorism, cognitive, constructivism, humanism, and connectivism. Transformative, social, and experiential. The transformative focuses on adult education and young adult learning. We have also the social that emphasizes the importance of cognitive factors, and experiential, it states that the best way to learn is by experience. I like this. This is the best way to learn for me. I consider also that this is the best way. You need to experience, you need to put into practice. If you don't do that, you won't really learn, okay? Most people learn from their own mistakes, okay? Now, how these theories can impact your education. Teaching and learning may appear to be a universal experience. As the prolific number of educational theorists in learning suggests, there is actually an impressive variety of educational approaches to the art and science of teaching. Many of them have been pioneered by educational theorists who have studied the science of learning to determine what works best and for whom. Learning theories develop hypotheses that describe how this process takes place. Now, let's focus on this. This is really important to you to know when you are working in the classroom. You need to know how you can teach something in a way that works best and for whom, okay? Maybe teaching the colors, como yo siempre uso el ejemplo de los colores, utilizando pintura y diciéndole al niño, ok, vamos a mezclar los primary colors para que vean cómo salen los secondary colors. Quizás eso sea muy bueno para enseñar los colores a los niños. Pero, ¿para qué tipo de niños? ¿Qué edad de niño? Eso puede funcionar para niños de 4, posiblemente a 6 años. A un niño de 10 años no le va a parecer tan interesante hacerlo de esa forma probablemente, ¿ok? Usando este ejemplo. O a un adulto que está aprendiendo inglés y tú le vas a enseñar los colores en inglés, tú tienes que enseñarle que podemos a pintar y a combinar los colores. Entonces, esto es súper importante que nosotros lo sepamos, ¿verdad? ¿Para qué funciona y para qué grupo de estudiantes nos funciona esto? ¿Ok? ¿Cómo vamos a hacer algo que funcione para ellos y para quién? ¿Para qué estudiantes, qué grupo de estudiantes esto me puede funcionar? Recuerden que yo siempre les digo, lo que funciona para un grupo probablemente no funciona para el otro. Y posiblemente pueden tener la misma edad, ¿sí? Pero no funcione para los mismos grupos. So this is really important. Keep this in your mind. As a teacher, you need to keep this in your mind. You need to know what works best and for whom. The 5 learning theories, okay? So we mentioned that behaviorism. Learner is passive, learns via external processes, positive reinforcement. This was something that was used in the past, okay? Este fue una teoría de aprendizaje que fue usada mucho en el pasado. El estudiante, ¿cómo actuaba? Él era pasivo. El teacher era el que hacía, hablaba, okay? And the students only listen, okay? Okay, now, cognitivism. Learning goes beyond external. It's an internal process, short and long-term memory. Luego se enfocaba en esto, en lo que es la memoria a corto y largo plazo. Y no era algo como externo, sino era algo más interno. Then, they developed this theory, constructivism. Learner builds on personal experience, internal, active and social in the learning process. Y esta es mi favorita. Yo creo que cada estudiante construye su propio conocimiento basado en...
Me too, teacher.
Yes. Siento que esa es la mejor forma de que los estudiantes aprendan. Enséñales. Ejemplo, when we are like teaching temperature. Tú le estás enseñando al niño la temperatura. A los niños cuando inicialmente tú le estás enseñando la temperatura les cuesta entender eso, que la temperatura alta que la temperatura baja. Hace calor, dice, ay teacher, súbale al aire. Y si le subimos al aire la temperatura va a calentar más, ¿verdad? Entonces es lo opuesto. ¿Cómo le enseñamos a un niño para que no se lo olvide? Usa un termómetro y coge un agua caliente y un agua fría. Mete ese termómetro y que el niño vea cómo la temperatura sube y baja. Entonces, cuando ellos experimentan las cosas, el aprendizaje es más duradero y es más real que el aprendizaje que antes se utilizaba, que el estudiante aprendía by memory, ¿ok? It was only memory. El estudiante tenía que memorizar todo y el que no memorizaba no era inteligente. Entonces te ponían a aprenderte largos planes, largas charlas, largas poesías. Ajá, pero ponle un estudiante a que resuelva un problema. María se fue de la casa con 5 monedas y hasta ahí llegó el estudiante. No era capaz de analizar, de responder preguntas, de leer un cuento y entender, hacer el análisis. No había eso. Entonces, nosotros necesitamos más estudiantes que sean practical and less memory students, ¿ok? Then we have the...
Teacher,
Yeah.
un comentario rapidito, lo voy a decir en español para que sea más rápido. Que
Okay.
igual del conductismo, behaviorism, podemos rescatar algunas cosas que eran positivas. Por ejemplo, lo del reforzamiento se puede aplicar en la actualidad y es muy bueno con algunos estudiantes. Hay niños que necesitan ese reforzamiento de manera positiva, porque necesitan sentirse motivados constantemente. Porque, por ejemplo, yo en el salón tengo un niño así, y lo descubrimos y ahora trabajamos con él así. A cada rato, cuando está trabajando, entonces a él le gusta mucho que su mamá vea sus trabajos. Entonces, cuando él trabaja, yo le digo, le voy a mandar la foto a Silvia, y él pinta rapidito y dice, picture for mommy, y ya, sí, eso lo ayuda. Entonces siento que estas cosas del behaviorism se pueden rescatar de manera positiva.
Totalmente. I mean, yo creo que el mejor learning theory sería una mezcla de todos, de todo rescatar un poco, ¿verdad? Y
Yes,
se hace algo bueno. Como digo, yo me inclino en el constructivismo, pero hay cosas del behaviorism, como ella menciona, que se pueden rescatar, cosas del cognitivismo. Es necesario que el estudiante memorice, sí, pero no todo. No es la clave de la educación. No es que el que más memoriza es el que más aprende. Yo puedo memorizar para hacer mi ejercicio en una semana se me olvidó. ¿Aprendí? No aprendí. ¿Ok? But there are things that we need to memory, ¿ok? And we need to memory to exercise our mind. De esa forma ejercitamos nuestra mente también, ¿ok? Entonces, estoy totalmente de acuerdo. El reinforcement tiene que hacerse. Y yo creo fielmente en el positive reinforcement y también en los reforzamientos de manera negativa. Ahora, los reforzamientos de forma negativa no se hacen en público. Yo siento que eso es algo más privado con el estudiante porque tú no lo vas a exhibir delante de la clase.
Nosotros le llamamos consecuencias, teacher.
Ok, ajá, perfecto. Pero a la final es eso. El estudiante necesita saber qué está fallando. Ahí déjenme ver qué hora es. Le digo que esta clase sí se me pasa rápido. Ok, tenemos 3 minutos. Tenemos que saber cómo decirle al estudiante sin caer en lo ofensivo ni en el hacer sentir mal al estudiante, sino en concientizar en qué estoy fallando y en qué puedo mejorar. Si tú no le dices al estudiante en qué falla, ¿cómo él va a saber en qué va a mejorar? ¿En qué tiene que mejorar? Si simplemente le pones una nota, pero no le dices en qué salió mal. Me acuerdo, creo que fuiste tú, Melissa, que una vez me dijo que a ti te gustaba mucho que cuando yo calificaba, yo les decía en qué hiciste bien y qué no hiciste tan bien, en qué puedes mejorar. Creo que fuiste tú, Melissa, que lo mencionaste.
Yes, teacher, porque usted nos hace el feedback y eso lo ayuda a uno.
Exactamente, es importante tanto felicitar al estudiante porque hiciste un excelente trabajo, excediste, te pasaste de mis expectativas, pero también decirle, mira, yo creo que puedes mejorar en esta área. Esto lo pudiste haber hecho de esta forma. Eso ayuda a que el estudiante sepa y no simplemente poner una nota y ya, que él a su mente él trata de adivinar por qué fue que gané la nota. Entonces no puede ser así. Bien, chicos, ustedes van a tener esto pues colgado en la plataforma, así ustedes van a poder seguir viéndolo. Aquí tenemos lo que es el humanism, how were they originated, y también está lo que son how educational theories influence learning. Lastimosamente este módulo es una sola sesión, así que ven el video que queda, ya nos faltaban muchas diapositivas porque ya el tiempo se nos va a acabar. Entonces, cualquier pregunta que tengan, recuerden que me pueden escribir al foro de consulta, con mucho gusto, mándenme un correíto también y resuelvan sus tareas. Recuerden que tienen el parcial y tienen una actividad también por hacer, más el foro, ¿ok?
Pregunta, profe.
Yes, tell me.
Parece que en la plataforma, la sección donde debe aparecer los ejercicios no está.
¿No?
Yo también iba a comentarle eso mismo, teacher. Todavía, bueno, ayer revisé y no estaban el test.
Ok,
Ningún
perfecto.
test.
Entonces, de una vez le escribo a la parte tecnológica para que nos ayude con eso, ¿sí? Súper. Les agradezco que me hayan comunicado. Ok, any other questions? Any other comment?
Sí, teacher, este es el primero y último, la última clase de este segundo módulo. Entonces ya hay que empezar haciendo ya este módulo y entregarlo ya hasta el próximo martes, ¿no? Para que...
Exactamente. El módulo 2 y el módulo 4 solo es una sesión.
Ok.
¿Sí?
Ujú.
¿Algo más, Baidis?
No.
¿No? Ok, perfecto.
Es que sí, se lo digo porque como ya me ha pasado antes, que yo le he entregado las tareas y cuando, o sea, le subo las tareas y la misma plataforma me pone 0, entonces no me parece, porque no está en el tiempo. Así que por eso
Exacto.
le estaba preguntando sobre eso, ¿no? Para estar más
No,
claro.
sí, no te preocupes. Igual ya la muchacha que nos está asistiendo aquí ahorita, Elizabeth, ya dice que va a notificar el problema. Y nada, si ustedes llegan a tener algún inconveniente, como lo que Sueide acaba de mencionar, chicos, la clave es comunicación. Escríbanme. ¿Sí? Yo no manejo la parte tecnológica, pero yo me puedo comunicar para que verifiquen eso, ¿ok? Hicieron algo, les pone 0, notifíquenme de una vez y yo pido que hagan la verificación y hagan la corrección, ¿ok? Así que me dejen saber, no hay ningún problema con eso. Bien, que tengan excelente noche. It was really nice to see you. And we will
Bye,
have
teacher. Thank you.
Bye, take care.
See you next week.